Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hey, bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura. Nitya Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura. Shri Radha Nilamadava ki jai. Tonight we have a play, a little bit later on, performed by our children. It's going to be a lot of fun watching it. And I'm not sure if you saw the restaurant truck outside. Did you all see that yellow truck? That belongs to us. We have the only free vegetarian restaurant truck in the whole Seattle area. Maybe on the entire west coast of the United States. So we're going to go out 3 days a week distributing free food, prasadam actually, and not just food, but information about how people who are in difficulty, financial difficulty, homeless, etc., can solve all their problems by chanting Hare Krishna and developing seriousness about spiritual life. So we're not just distributing free food, we're distributing liberating knowledge. The food, of course, is prasadam. That is already a blessing, that is also already asirvad for the people. But we're also giving them a chance to learn how to reorganize their life to be kalyan, auspicious. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. So this is a poem that our Gurudev A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, wrote when he first came to America in 1965. He was on the ship of the Scindia line of ships, merchant ships called the Jaladuta. And on September 13th, 1965, as he was looking from the ship onto the Boston Harbor in North America, he wrote the following poem. He said, "O brothers, the Supreme Lord Krishna will bestow virtue upon you, but he will do this only when Srimati Radharani first becomes pleased with you. This I surely declare to you." Sri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, this is Prabhupada's guru, who is very dear to Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya, the son of Mother Sachi, is unparalleled in his service to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. He is that great saintly spiritual master, most magnanimous within this universe, who bestows devotion to Krishna in various places throughout the world. His desire is very powerful, and thus he is causing the holy name of Lord Gauranga, or Lord Chaitanya, to spread throughout all the countries of the Western world, in all the cities, towns, and villages on the earth, extending to all the oceans, rivers, and streams. Everyone may accept the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thus, all directions will be conquered by a flood of transcendental ecstasy flowing with the excessive mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When all the miserable living entities that have been corrupted by Maya become happy, then the Vaishnava's desire is fulfilled. Although my Guru Maharaj ordered me to accomplish this mission, I am unworthy to do it, being very fallen and incomplete. That being the case, O Lord Krishna, your mercy is today arising in a befitting manner to make me become worthy, for you are the wisest of all. If you bestow your divine power, then one attains the factual substance, which is service to the spiritual master, and life becomes successful. If that service is obtained, then one becomes truly satisfied and ultimately receives your association due to good fortune. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj to Lord Narasimha Deva in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 9th Chapter, 28th Verse, thus, by associating with material desires, one after another, I was following the general populace by falling into a blind well full of snakes. My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the great sage Narada Muni kindly accepted me as his disciple and instructed me how to achieve the transcendental position similar to his own. How could I ever leave the service of your servant? O Lord Krishna, you are my eternal companion. Forgetting you, I have suffered the kicking of Maya, birth after birth. If today the chance to meet you occurs again, then surely I will be able to rejoin you. O my dear brother, in your company I will experience great joy once again. Wandering about the pastures and fields, I will pass the entire day with you in tending the cows, joking with you and frolicking throughout so many forests of Braja Vrindavan. I will roll upon the ground in spiritual ecstasy. When, oh when will that day be mine? Today, that remembrance of being with you came to me in a very nice way. Feeling great longing, I called out for you, O Lord Krishna. Only because I am your eternal servant do I desire your association so much. Except for you, I have no other refuge. So these are the words of a pure devotee, written very poetically, glorifying his Guru and glorifying Krishna and all the Vaishnava Acharyas. Krishna Taba Punya Habeba, Krishna Taba Punya Habeba, E Punya Koribe Jabe, Radharani Kusi Habe, Dhruva Ati Boli Tomatai. Krishna Taba Punya Habeba, Krishna Taba Punya Habe, E Punya Koribe Jabe, Radharani Kusi Habe, E Punya Koribe Jabe, Radharani Kusi Habe, Dhruva Ati Boli Tomatai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Shishidanta Saraswati Sachisuta Priyate. Krishna Sebaya Charatulana, Krishna Sebaya Charatulana. Se Mohanta Guru Jagater Madhye Guru. Se Mohanta Guru Jagater Madhye Guru. Krishna Bhakti De Tai Tai. Krishna Bhakti De Tai Tai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Tara Icha Balavan Paschat Yete Tantan. Hoi Jagater Gorangiranam, Hoi Jagater Gorangiranam, Prithivite Nagararadi, Asamudra Nadanadi. Sakalai Loi Krishna Nam, Sakalai Loi Krishna Nam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Chale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy, Digvijay. Tahale Ananda Hoy, Tabe Hoy, Digvijay. Chaitanyera Kripa Atisai, Chaitanyera Kripa Atisai. Maya Dusta Chata Duki Jagate Sabai Sukhi. Vaishnavera Icha Purna Hoy, Vaishnavera Icha Purna Hoy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Sehe karja je kori bare ajta jadi nitil more. Kori ben अच्छा जदि दिलो मोरे जोग्य नाही अति दीनहीन जोग्य नाही अति दीनहीन तैसे तुम्हारा कृपा मागितेछि अनुरूपा আজি তুমি সবার প্রবীণা আজি তুমি সবার প্রবীণা হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে হরে Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare तुम्हारा से शक्ति पहले गुरु से बया वस्तु मिले जीवन सार्थक जदि हो जीवन सार्थक जदि हो से सेवा पाइले ताहले सुखी हाले तब संग भाग्यते मिलो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 তুমি মোরা চিরাসাতি বলিয়া মায়ার লাতি গাইয়াছি জন্ম জন্মান্তরে গাইয়াছি জন্ম জন্মান্তরে আজি পুনঃ এই সুযোগা যদি হয় যোগা যোগা तबे परे तुहु मिलिबारे तबे परे तुहे मिलिबारे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Tomara milane bai amara se sukha pai Gora charane puri dinapor Gora charane puri dinapor Kata bane chutta chuti bane kai luta puti Sedina kabe habe mo Sedina kabe habe mo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Aji se subindale tomara smarana bela, Aji se subindale tomara sarana bela baro asa, Takilam tai baro asa, Takilam tai, Ami tomara nitya das tai kori eta asa. Tumi bina anya gati nai, Tumi bina anya gati nai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare. Krishna taba punya habibai, Krishna taba punya habibai, punya koribe jabe, Radharani kushi habe, punya koribe jabe, Radharani kushi habe, Dhruva ati boli tomatai, Dhruva ati tomatai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur. Nitai Gaur, Premanandi Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai, Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Last week, we discussed those transcendental qualities that differentiate Lord Krishna from Lord Brahma, Lord Indra, Durga Mata, and Lord Shiva, and all other deified personalities in the universe. And we'll go over those points very shortly. And now I want to add to that many other points that show the differentiation between Krishna and all the other devatas. Why is this? Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, last verse, he says, next to the last verse, Yomam evam asamoda janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajante mam sarvabhavena bharata. He says, whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, without doubting, is the knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in my full devotional service, O son of Bharata. So he tells Arjuna this. Now this is an important verse because it establishes the absolute supremacy of Krishna within the pantheon of all the devatas. Why is that important? Because Krishna goes to great lengths when he talks to Arjuna to convince him of this fact. And the result is that one will be fully dedicated to Krishna, just like Arjuna. That is the perfection, the zenith of human potential, to attain that position as a pure devotee of the Lord. And many wonderful things happen when we undertake such a path. Above all, simply by chanting the names of Krishna in this age, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. 6 amazing things happen. Number one is almost immediately free of all anxiety and misery. Number 2, all auspicious things begin to happen in your life. Number 3, you become happy. Number 4, you realize that you're extremely fortunate to have come in contact with someone who can explain to you the importance of chanting the holy names of the Lord and becoming free of all unnecessary suffering, anxiety, and misery. Number 5, you realize that even mukti is not significant anymore. Simply chanting the name of Krishna and engaging in his service is better than mukti, because the mukti that most people imagine is being elevated to the heavenly planets, like Swarga Loka, where there's tremendous sense gratification, tremendous material facilities. But one can fall down from Swarga. But real liberation is losing attraction to material sense gratification and developing attraction to the beauty of Radha and Krishna and being engaged always in their service. And number 6, one realizes that there's no other way to attract Krishna than by pure devotional service. And Krishna says this, Bhaktya mam abhijananti yavanyastasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato gyatva vishite tad anantaram. 18th chapter, 54th verse, Krishna says, one can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is not Swarga. The kingdom of God is Goloka, Vrindavan, or Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means that place where there's no anxiety or misery. That place that's eternal. That place where one has an eternal body, spiritual body, and in the association of either Sriman Narayana or Lord Krishna himself in Goloka Vrindavan. So this is the real human destiny. But it's all predicated on the fact of understanding the unique position of Krishna. If you can't understand that, then everything else will remain subject to the laws of material nature, action and reaction, good karma, bad karma, and one remains in the material world struggling over and over again, birth after birth. So yes, last week we discussed the first point, which is that Krishna is the undisputed master of the illusory energy. And we gave many examples, just like Lord Brahma tried to trick Krishna and stop his pastimes by stealing all the cowherd boys and cows and hid them. But when he came back, he saw that they were still there. He became confused. But then Brahma thought, how can I be confused? I'm Brahma. I am Yogeshwara. I'm the master of mystical powers in the material world. So if this little kid, Krishna, confused me, that means his mystical power is greater than mine. And then what did Brahma do? He surrendered to Krishna. Then Lord Shiva, he wanted to see Krishna's manifestation as Mohini Murti, the most guileful, beautiful female that's ever walked in the universe. She came in order to trick the Asuras who had stolen the pot of Amrit, of nectar, that Dhanvantari produced when the ocean of milk was churned by the Devatas and the Asuras. The incarnation of Dhanvantari, the founder of Ayurveda, came out of the ocean with a pot of Amrita. And immediately came out, the Asuras stole it. So to stop them from taking the elixir of immortality, Krishna manifested as Mohini Murti and completely bewildered the demons. All the demons like pretty girls, but Mohini Murti was the prettiest. And she told him, now you guys sit over here, and the devas sit over here, and I'll give 1 drop to each devata, and then I'll come and give 1 drop to each of you, demons. And they believed her. And she tricked them. Of course, there was one demon who saw through the ruse, and he disguised himself as a devata. His name was Rahu. And Mohini Murti gave 1 drop to Rahu, but then she saw this is a demon. So immediately she manifested her form as Sriman Narayana and threw the chakra and cut his head off, and it flew into the air, and it's become the invisible planet called Rahu. And because of this invisible planet, there are eclipses of the moon and the sun. So then Lord Shiva heard about this special incarnation of Krishna as Mohini Murti, and he and Parvati came to see him. And he begged him, please, I heard how beautiful this female manifestation of you is. I would like to see Mohini Murti. So Krishna just smiled. And then in a short while later, he manifested his form as Mohini in front of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva forgot his wife, Parvati, and started running after Mohini. Then so many other things happened. I can't tell the whole story right now. But it became clear that Krishna Maya is greater than Durga Maya. And Lord Shiva was completely bewildered. Now he controls Durga Mata, but he became controlled by Mohini Murti. So we see how powerful the Lord is. Don't play with that. And then there's the history in the Ramcharitmanas, where Tulsidas describes when Lord Rama was going through the different forests in India looking for Sita. He had tears in his eyes and he was saying, Sita, 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 where are you? And Lord Shiva heard about this. And he came down from Mount Kailash to see this amazing, amazing pastime of the Lord. And he witnessed it. And he came back to Mount Kailash and he told Parvati, he said, Parvati, I've seen the most wonderful thing. It's just out of this world. I've never seen anything like that. She said, what is it? What is it? He said, I saw Lord Rama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, running through the forest like an ordinary man and saying, Sita, Sita, where are you? He had tears in his eyes. It gave me tears in my eyes. It was wonderful. But Parvati Devi was not as, let's say, amazed. She said, okay, I'm going to go see you also. So she went. This is all told by Tulsidas in Ramcharitmanas. She went, and when she saw Lord Rama going through the forest looking for Sita, she said, oh, I will relieve his anxiety. And she changed herself into an exact replica of Sita Devi, came in front of Lord Rama and smiled and looked at him. And when Lord Rama looked at her, he said, oh, Parvati, where is your husband, Shiva? And she became frightened because he was implying by that statement that she was being unfaithful to her husband, Shiva, by pretending to be Rama's wife. So she immediately turned around and ran away, frightened. And she stopped one time and looked behind her, and she saw Sita and Ram waving at her and smiling. That freaked her out even more. And she just kept running, and she got back to Mount Kailash. And when she got back there, Lord Shiva said, so did you see my dear Lord Ram? Did you see how wonderful his pastime is? And before she could say anything, he realized what she had done. She tried to trick the Lord. And he went into a deep state of samadhi and remained like that for 30,000 years. And for 30,000 years, Parvati meditated on the big mistake that she made and how she made her husband upset with her. Of course, he didn't say anything. He just remained silent. Then Lord Indra, well, this manifested also that Parvati is Durga Mata, who's in charge of the illusory energy in the material world that bewilders people to think making money, having a big 401k, big house, big car, big education will make me happy. It may make someone happy for a short period of time, but later on, the more you have, the more troubles you have. You have to maintain things. You're afraid of losing those things. You're always in anxiety. I remember once I had an uncle who was investing in the stock market. He lived in Cleveland, Ohio. One time I went to see my uncle, and I could tell if the stock market had gone up that day or come down. I could tell just by seeing my uncle. If he was in a happy mood, he said, "Oh, come here, I'm going to give you some ice cream." I knew the stock market went up that day. And if I came in front of him and said, "Go away now, I can't talk to you, I'm very busy," that means the stock market went down. And I would watch him. He would be always trying to hear the latest news about stock quotes. Of course, he would be happy today. They have a 24-hour channel that give you stock quotes 24 hours a day. That means he would stop eating and sleeping just to stay glued to the news. So that's not a life. That is not a life. Real life is not caring whether the stock market goes up or down, but caring about spending time with your children, spending time with your family, quality time, teaching them things, learning with them. That is real life. And bringing your children to the temple, because a family that prays together stays together. So this is what you want. You don't want your kids to grow up and then one kid ends up in Hong Kong and another kid ends up in Germany. Of course, they're doing well in their career, but the parents all of a sudden are alone in the house, right? Previously, the tradition was family dynasties. Family would stay together. In one compound, there would be 4 generations of a family, and they would all work together. If you go to Alaska and Canada, you'll see there are farms of Sardarjis, of Sikhs. They bring their whole family from India, uncles, aunties, grandmother, grandfather, and they all work in the field. And because there's so many people working together cooperatively, they become wealthy by farming. Farming is a hard job. And the farming season in a place like Alaska is only a month and a half. But during a month and a half, there's 24-hour sun. You see? And there's plenty of water. So everything grows amazingly in that short period of time. It's 1.5, 2 months. So you see how a family that stays together, that prays together, stays together, and by staying together, they can achieve wonderful things, right? But children get great education. One ends up, working in Walmart in Alabama. Another one works for some company in Japan. Another one works, I don't know, in the North Pole. And they hardly see each other once every 3 or 5 or 10 years. Is this right, Prabhu? Yes, okay, he knows. All of you know. So this family unit is very important. It was always staying together on the ancestral land, on the home and hearth, which saw many generations of the family grow up and work productively together. The way you do that is to pray together. And you pray together by coming to the temple together. And the children and the parents get educated together. That's what happens in this temple. And it's easier to be educated spiritually in America today than in India. I tell you factually. I've been to India many times. It's too hectic now. And the family units and the village self-sufficient units are being broken down by the trains and the internet and jet airways and all these means of communication and traveling. They're being broken down. And unfortunately, the mainstay of the Vedic culture has always been in villages. And traditionally, the villages in India were all self-sufficient. But that's being lost now. See? But in America, first of all, it's not like Mumbai or Bangalore or Chennai or Delhi, you can drive from your house to the temple in maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. It doesn't take 3 hours like in Hyderabad, or 4 hours like in Mumbai. So it's very easy to get around, and you have all facilities. The temple is not, you walk in, you have darshan, you get a little piece of what's the name of that sugar thing? No. Mystery. You get a little mystery and you walk out, and somebody asks you for a donation, right? Here you come in, it's prasadam all the time. You can sit down, it's beautiful darshan. You can look at the deities all you want. It's not like 10 seconds in front of Balaji and then someone pushes you away, You can look at the deities all you want. You can meditate on them. And there are classes going on all the time in the temple teaching Bhagavad Gita. This is a different experience. It's continual satsang. Continual satsang. In fact, yesterday we went out to Seattle. We had over 250 devotees, and we chanted Hare Krishna in Westlake Park. We went to Pike Place Market. We went to Pike Place Park. When we came back again, we distributed 600 burritos. We sold about 60, 80 books to the public. Everyone was dancing. So many people were dancing with us. This is the life of Krishna consciousness. Our yoga system is not based on asanas. It's not based on putting your foot behind your ear, things like that. It's based on chanting, dancing, and feasting. But that's what people do when they want to have a good time. When you have Diwali, what do? You chant, you dance, and you feast. You have Thanksgiving, what do? You sing, you dance, and you feast. You have a birthday party, what do? You sing, you dance, and you feast, right? But we're doing that all the time in the temple. We're singing, dancing, and feasting. Singing nice bhajans about Krishna, dancing for Krishna, and receiving Krishna's mercy in the form of prasadam. So this is a very easy yoga system. Very, very easy. And it controls your mind and your senses the more you feel the happiness of chanting, dancing, and feasting. So Lord Indra, he became very proud. He said, what is this little kid, Krishna? He has stopped my puja. Krishna's father was a farmer, and once a year they had a big ceremony pleasing Lord Indra, because they're farmers, they depend on the rain. But Krishna convinced his father, you don't need to worship Indra. You just worship Govardhan. And his father said, Govardhan? Govardhan is a big rock. It's a big mountain. That's not explained in the Vedas, how you worship a mountain. He said, don't worry about it. Just listen to what I say. Now, Krishna was only like 7 years old at this time. And his father said, but it's not shastric. It's not in the scriptures. He said, just please listen to me, Dad. I'm your son. I'm telling you, we should worship Govardhan. So finally he convinced his father. They organized the worship. And then Indra became very upset. He said, who does this little kid think he is, stopping my puja? I'm Indra, the king of the demons. The king of the devatas. Therefore, I'll teach him a lesson. And he sent his Samvartaka clouds. These are special clouds, the worst clouds in the world. A cloud can carry up to 1 million pounds of rain, of water. But it does it in a engineering mechanical miracle. The drops of rain are spread out so thin that the air below carries them. When the drops coagulate, when the rain, minuscule drops coagulate a little bit, then rain falls. And that happens because of change of temperature, low pressure on the bottom, high pressure on the tops, etc. So these Samvartaka clouds of Indra were much more than 1 million pounds. A normal rain cloud is 1 million pounds or more. These clouds contain many millions of pounds of rain. And they started flooding the entire area of Vrindavan. And all the residents and the cows, they were sure they were going to die. So what happened? Krishna picks up the entire mountain of Govardhan. You can go see this mountain today. It's 26 miles in circumference. And people do parikram around Govardhan, which is in the Vrindavan area. They do it whenever there's Govardhan Puja, there's over 500,000 people walking around the mountain. Anyway, after 7 days, Indra saw that Krishna had saved everyone by using this mountain as an umbrella. And he realized this little kid actually has all the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he came and surrendered to the Lord and offered wonderful prayers. If you read those prayers, it purifies your heart. So here are different examples that Krishna is the master of all illusory energy, and he has unlimited potencies, unlimited powers. So the second major point is that he has ekarasa. Ekarasa means even when he appears as a baby, he has all the powers of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So therefore, when he was a little boy, the Trinavata demon came, a tornado demon, and tried to kill him, and he was able to overpower this tornado, even though he was a baby. And then the Putana demon came and tried to kill him. He was able to overpower her. And then, of course, Krishna overpowered the cart demon, Sankata Sudha, when he was just a little baby, because he retained all the power he has as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We don't have that ability. When a little baby appears, it can't hardly do anything. It's powerless. But Krishna is always himself, even in the form of a little baby. This is called ekarasa. And the third point is that Krishna is the supreme eternal amongst all eternals. That means that what differentiates him from all of us is he's the one maintaining us. He gives the sun. He gives the moon. He gives the rain. He created the earth and all these things. Bhumir apo nalo vayu kam mano buddhirevacha hankara ityame bina pakritirastada. He is from him has come earth, water, fire, air, mind, intelligence, false ego. All these things are coming from the Lord. So he is the maintainer of all living entities. And number 4, Krishna is never influenced by the modes of material nature, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Therefore, he says, Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spriha itimam yo bijananti karma bir nasa badyate. He says, there's no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. So, Krishna is not subject to the laws of karma. He's transcendental to the modes of material nature. No one else can claim this, and no one else has that power. Even Lord Shiva is sometimes slightly influenced by the mode of ignorance that he controls. Lord Brahma is slightly influenced by Rajasic mode. And, of course, the Devas are influenced by the Sattvic mode. What does that influence do? You'd say, wait a minute, Sattvic is something good. It is. However, people become overconfident and proud. Just like there's the phenomenon of the proud Brahmana who has a lot of learning, has Sanskrit knowledge, and sometimes these Brahmanas mistreat people because of their pride. Like, for example, one time there was a head priest of Srirangam. He was a Brahmana. He had just taken a bath, and Srirangam is divided into different sections: the Brahmana section, the Kshatriya section, the Vaishya section, and the Sudra section. So 4 parts of the town around the main temple of Srirangam. So he was in the Brahmana section. Now he was walking to the temple to perform arti, and a dog was coming in the other direction. So when he saw the dog, he said, "Go away, you dirty thing!" And he picked up a rock and threw it at the dog. And the dog became very upset and began to speak Sanskrit. And it said, "Who do you think you are? You're not a real Brahmin. Brahmanas don't get angry like that and mistreat others. Therefore, you're under arrest." He arrested him. And the Brahmana was shocked. He had never met. Okay, the kids have to be controlled, okay? He had never met a dog that could speak perfect Sanskrit. And he became afraid. And the dog said, "You follow me right now. I'm going to take you in front of the king, and you're going to pay for what you've done." So they arrive at the palace. And the dog tells the guards, let us in, this man is under arrest by me. And they saw it's the head priest. And they said, what's going on here? He said, what do you mean what's going on? I put him under house arrest. I want to come in and see the king. So they became afraid also. So they explained to the king that there's some dog outside speaking Sanskrit, and he's arrested the head priest, and he wants to see you. So they let him in, and the dog and the priest is not saying anything. He's shocked. And the king said, this is a very extraordinary situation. What do you want, sir? So the dog starts speaking perfect Sanskrit. He said, this person is an imposter. He is not a Brahmana. And I want him to be punished. So the king kept quiet. He said, so what do you suggest as a punishment? He said, I want you to make him the chief minister of this temple. The king said, chief minister? He's already a head priest. He said, no, I want you to give him a higher position. He said, that doesn't sound like a punishment. He said, no, it's the worst punishment. He said, how come? He said, because I was the chief minister here before. And look what happened to me. So everyone stayed quiet after that. Yes, so people become arrogant because they have knowledge or wealth, and they mistreat others, thinking they're greater than them. So Lord Chaitanya is teaching, Chenadapi suni chena tarorapi saistana amani namanadena kirtaniya sada hari. In order to be able to chant Hare Krishna all day long with a clean heart and a clean mind, one should be more humble than the straw in the street. Everybody steps on the straw. Straw never complains. More tolerant than a tree. Trees never say anything. All those people draw a heart with a knife, Johnny loves Mary, an arrow through the heart, That's painful for the tree, And then insects, and then this heat, and then this cold. The tree never says anything. And ready to offer all respect to others, even those that don't respect you. One who does this can chant Hare Krishna without any stoppage. Nothing can stop that person because they're so humble and they depend so much on the mercy of God that they have no fear and they have no arrogance. See? So there was once a big oak tree. Oak trees are very powerful trees. And there were some reed straws on the bank of a river. And a hurricane came, and right away, all the straws went down, flat on the ground. And the oak tree started laughing. Look at you nonsense reeds. What are you? You're afraid of this wind. I'll show you. That wind can't blow me down. So Vayu heard this, and he saw the arrogance of the oak tree. So he increased the speed of the wind from 65 to 165. And the oak tree said, oh, this is nothing. He stood up like this. Go ahead, blow harder. So Vayu increased 200 miles an hour. The oak tree fell down. The wind stopped. And the reeds came back up again. But the oak tree was dead. So therefore, in English we say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So there's a real value to develop humility. Amanitvam. Amanitvam is the first quality of knowledge. 20 principles of knowledge are explained in the 13th chapter, 8th to 12th verse. But the number one quality is humility. A person who's very intelligent and arrogant is despicable. But a person who's very intelligent and humble is a very good person. They can be a tremendous benefit to others. So, number 5 point is Krishna is self-effulgent. Yasya prabhavato jagadanda koti svasesu vasudadi vibhuti minam tad brahmaniskalamanantam sheshabhutam govindam madi purusham tamaham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, Brahma says, whose effulgence is the source of the non-differentiated Brahman effulgence. The Brahman effulgence is the light that sustains all life in the spiritual world and the material world. It comes in the material world by being reflected off of the sun and the moon. And the sunlight sustains all life, and the moonlight makes everyone happy and nurtures things to become very sweet and mellow. So this all is coming from Krishna originally. And therefore he's self-effulgent. But none of us are self-effulgent. No one else is self-effulgent. And then next point is that if we hear Bhagavad Gita, all our doubts about life go away. What is Bhagavad Gita? It's Krishna answering questions from Arjuna. Arjuna asks him 5 fundamental questions. Who is God? Who am I? Or who are the living entities? What is time? What is this material creation? And what is karma? And along with that, what is our real duty in life? So Krishna answers these 5 fundamental philosophical questions. And Arjuna becomes enlightened. Now Arjuna is in a difficult situation. He has to fight against his own family. He has, on both sides of the battlefield are 2 sides of his family, and he has to fight against them, at least one side. And people are going to die on both sides. So he becomes bewildered. And he puts down his bow and arrow and says, I can't fight. But then Krishna convinces him by answering all his doubts that he should fight, but with no attachment to the result, simply to please the Lord. And of course there's that famous verse, Karmani vadikaraste mafale sukadajana makarma fala hetuburu mate sangastu karmani. That one should do their duty in life, but without attachment to the fruits of action. Nor should they consider themselves the author of the action, nor should they give up performing their duty. So this is a very important principle in Krishna consciousness. Acting out of duty. Like, for example, I remember one time a man came up to me and said, Prabhuji, I'm very miserable. I said, what's the matter? Oh, I got married with my wife. It was a love marriage. And now she hates me. And I hate her. Now, I said, Prabhuji, that's not a reason to get married. What do you mean? I thought love was the reason to get married. No, that's the worst reason to get married. You get married out of duty. Duty is related to dharma. It's something you must do. You cannot give it up. I say, if you get married for love and there's some little problem, then this I love you becomes I hate you, and then there's all kinds of problems in life. But you get married as a matter of duty, to protect your wife, to protect your children, then you have to act. You cannot say, I'm going to give it up. So this was what Krishna was telling to Arjuna. Look, Arjuna, you're a Kshatriya. You have a duty. Your duty is to protect the principles of religion. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. And Arjuna agreed. That's why we're talking about him today, 5,000 years later. Do you know anybody else that lived 5,000 years ago that we're still talking about today? You know anybody? 5,000 years, maybe, huh? Who? Bhima's okay, but he's related to Arjuna. But no, Arjuna is an exceptional person. Why? Because he surrendered to Krishna. And he engaged full-time in Krishna's service, using his talent. His talent was, he's a Kshatriya. My Gurudev told me once, it's very difficult to develop talent in life. But if you use your developed talent to please Krishna, that's the perfection of your life. So somebody might be an accountant, somebody might be an artist, somebody might be a poet, someone might be a cook, someone just likes to wash dishes, someone likes to clean, somebody may be very good at publicity. If you use these talents not only to make a living, but also to serve Krishna, that's the perfection of your life. See? So here we see that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, and this Bhagavad Gita is beyond any imagination. It is perfect knowledge in one book. All you have to do is know this one book, or even one part of the book, or even one verse of this book, and it can liberate you from the whole cycle of birth and death. I'm not exaggerating. And this is not a book that I wrote, and I was not born in India. I was born a Christian. But when I read this book, with the commentary by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, I became convinced that this is the truth, right? Even though I'm a Christian, I became convinced this is the truth. See, this is different. Hindus that convert to Christianity, they hate the Bhagavad Gita. They hate Vedic culture. They hate Hindus. But a Christian who becomes convinced by Bhagavad Gita loves Bhagavad Gita and doesn't give up Christianity. Whereas the Hindu who becomes a Christian, he's taught to hate Hinduism, give it up, spit on it, and try and destroy it. They're the worst Christians I've ever met in my life, and I'm a Christian. I never met Christians worse than Hindus that have converted to Christianity. Not all, there are some that are sincere, but many are fanatical. They are members of ISIS. Right? Yes. Okay, so then, anyway, we're not going. I already bashed the Hindus. We don't, I mean the Christians, Hindus. We don't have to bash them anymore. Yeah. But I can do it because I'm a Christian. Right? Christianity is based on forgiveness. If someone smites you on the right cheek, you turn the left one. Do this one too, like that. Right? That's Christianity. It's not based on hatred. It's not based on badla, on revenge. Right? There cannot be genuine Christians if they're revengeful and if they have hate. Okay. So then, another thing, another unique thing about Krishna, if anyone ever claims that they are Bhagavan, like let's say I go on Doordarshan and I make an announcement, will the real Bhagavan please stand up? How many people do you think would stand up in India? How many people do you think would stand up? Thousands and thousands. They would, and they all look at each other. You're Bhagavan? No, I'm Bhagavan. No, you're Bhagavan. Okay, look. They had a convention once, all the Bhagavans. They made a resolution. We all accept the other Bhagavan as Bhagavan. As long as they accept the other Bhagavans as Bhagavan, then there's no argument among us. We can all cheat the people that way. So anyway, Krishna proved that he's the only Bhagavan because Arjuna asked him, hey Krishna, you claim to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, can you show me your Virat Rupa? Virat Rupa is the universal form of the Lord in which past, present, and future are seen at once. All creation is seen in one place at one time. This is described in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna said, yes, Arjuna, I will show you because idam tu te guyatamam pravakshami anasuvyave. Jnanam vijnanam sayitam yajgyatva mokshisyasi sabhuyat. He said, I will show you because you are anasuya. You're not envious of me. And bhaktosime sakacheti rahasyam hiyatat uttamam. You are my bhakta and you are my sakha. You are my devotee and you're my friend. Therefore, I will show you the universal form. And first, I'll give you the divine eye so you can see it. And he shows him his universal form. And Arjuna, his hair stands on end. He says, it's as if, he says, Anika Vakram Nayanam, Anika Bhuta Darshanam. He says, I'm seeing in this universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form is decorated with many celestial ornaments and has many divine upraised weapons and so forth. He describes it in very minute detail if you read the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, why did Arjuna ask Krishna to show him his universal form? He knew Krishna was God. He did it because 5,000 years ago, they knew, Arjuna knew that there would be many imposters in the future that would claim to be Bhagavan. And he came up with a simple, direct criterion to test if someone is actually Bhagavan or not. If someone is actually Bhagavan, then you can ask them, as Arjuna did, then show me your Virat Rupa. And the description of Virat Rupa is in the Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter. And if they can't do it, then you know they are a despicable impostor. And they should be castigated for it. Right? Then, lastly, there are 9 symptoms of a transcendental person. We're not going to explain all of them tonight. But the first one is called perseverance, remaining tolerant and patient even amid the worst disturbance. The ability to do that is the sign of a remarkable person. So, sometimes people get insulted. Whenever I'm insulted, I actually internally thank the person because I've made a vow. If anyone insults me, I will chant 5 more rounds of japa that day. So instead of being insulted by the person, I accept the person as my guru because I'm going to chant more Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. By the way, it takes at least 10 minutes to chant 1 round, 108 beads. So that means I'm going to spend an hour extra chanting that day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So we'll continue this next week. Many more points that differentiate Krishna from all other devatas. We want to thank our sponsors tonight, Nabajit Pataik and Suraj and Shilpisha on the anniversary of their father's passing. Thank you very, very much. On March 24th, we have our gigantic Holy Festival in Marymore Park. March 24th in Marymore Park. Keep this date open. We have a lot of live entertainment. There are prizes. There's going to be a Bhangra dance contest. You can win prizes. There's going to be a nice prasadam for everyone. And this is Marymore Park, March 24th, Saturday, Holy Festival. And then every Saturday night, if you live in Seattle, we have a program in Seattle now, every Saturday night. It's called Kirtan Yoga in the Rainier Brewery, but there's no beer in that building, right? So you're all invited to come from 6 to 9. It's in the Sodo District, South Seattle. Plenty of parking from 6 to 9. Then we have a guest this next week called His Grace Chaitanya Charan Das. He's coming on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. He's going to speak in the temple. And his the theme is Don't Be Trapped by the Mind. Okay? And then every Saturday we go on Harinama Nagar Sankirtan. We chant Hare Krishna in the streets. We give out prasadam. We give out free information about Krishna. And we give everybody a chance to chant and dance with us. So tonight we're going to have a play. It's going to start in a few minutes. I want to thank also tonight my dear friend Anand Mohan, Anandaram Prabhu. Can I announce it? We have recently bought a farm in the Auburn Black Diamond area. It's a beautiful, beautiful farm. We're going to move our milk cows there, and it's going to be a retreat center. We're going to have festivals there. We can have picnics. You can have camping there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place in the Green River Valley area, which is a gorgeous area of south of Seattle. And we purchased that farm from $800,000. We have 90 days to close on it, and we have. If we can raise minimum $200,000, we put down a down payment, and then it'll only have a little less than $4,000 rent every month, mortgage every month that we can easily afford. Tonight I want to thank Ananda Mohan Prabhu and his family. They've donated $10,000 for the farm. I'm also going to donate right away $5,000 and another $5,000 before the 90 days are over. So I will also donate $10,000. And we have other people also that have pledged. If you would, this is a beautiful place. It's flat land. There's no wetlands. There's a beautiful river nearby. You can go swimming. It's just gorgeous. It's like being in Vaikuntha. We will. You want to put the photo up? You want to put it up on the board? So if you would like to help us, and we're going to have a health spa there. You can come and you can stay overnight also. It's a beautiful place. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Bolo, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal. Bolo, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Bolo, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal. Sitaram, 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 Bolo, Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Bolo, Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Bolo, Sitaram, 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 Sitaram. Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Bolo, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Go, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama. Hare Hare Rama Krishna Yadavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Govinda Govinda, Gopala Govinda Ram, Shrimad Sudan, Gopala Govinda Ram, Shrimad Sudan, Gopala Govinda Ram, Shrimad Sudan. Bolo Giridhari Gopinath, Madana Mohan, Giridhari Gopinath, Madana Mohan, Bolo Giridhari Gopinath, Madana Mohan. Madana Mohan, Madana Mohan. Namo Hare Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hare Hare Nama Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Bolo Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita Bolo Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita Bolo Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita Bolo Bhagavad Gita Bhagavad Gita Hey Bhagavad Gita Bhagavad Gita Bolo Hare Guru Vaishnava Bhagavad Gita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hey Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hey Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Stop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Stop. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, stop. Rama Rama, Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Stop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Tum tak tum tak tum tak, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, play. Come on, faster. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Bola Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Stand up. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, stop playing. Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Come on, play. Bola Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Hey, Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe Bol, Krishna Bol, Radhe Radhe Bolo, Krishna Krishna Bol, Radhe Radhe Bolo, Krishna Krishna Bolo. Bolo 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Bolo Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol Nitai Gora, Hari Bol Nitai Gora, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol Nitai Gora, Hari I go to Premanandi ki jai. Namaste Narasimhaya Pralada Lada Dayani. Hiranyakashi Purvakshahai Silatam Kanakalaye. Ito Nisingha Parato Nisingha Yato Yato Yamitato Nisingha. Narasimha Deva Sada Nam Prabhade. Tavakara Kamala Bade nakam adbhuta singham Dalita hiranyakashipu tanubinam Keshavadita narahari rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Navakara Kamala Bare Naga Madhuda Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Kanubingam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jaya Narasimha Jaya Narasimha Jaya Narasimha Narasimha Haribo 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 Nitagora Haribo Nitagora Haribo 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 Nitagora Haribo Shingadev Bhagavan ki jai Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki jai Gaur Premanande Haribo. Who's going to announce the play? What happened, Prabhu?
What wanted us to play fast?
What?
You wanted us to play fast or beat was different?
It's the same beat all the time. You were starting on the wrong. You were starting wrong.
Some was not.
Okay. Both of you started wrong.
I thought that we wanted to play like slower and music beat was the same on only the same.
It's the same beat.
Hare Krishna. So we are going to have a performance now from Keshava class. They're going to talk about 4 pillars of religion. And after that, we're going to have a Narasimha Deva, Lord Narasimha Deva drama. Please stay back. So are you ready? Do you have mic? Mataji, mic for them. Prabhu, mic. Three mics are there. Oh, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Up.
Here.
So this class is conducted by Nupur Mataji and Durga Mataji. So these kids have been coming to Vedic school for a long time, and they have prepared for this presentation on 4 pillars of religion. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, my name is Arisha. Hare Krishna, my name is Pravalika.
Hare Krishna, my name is Vibha and we're from the Keshava class. Today we'll be presenting an introduction to the 4 pillars of religion.
4 pillars. There are many different types of religion in this world today. When we get to the root of religion really is, there's only one religion, and that is to love God. This is what is practiced by our religions today. We can imagine religion to be in the form of a cow. Just as a cow has 4 legs to support her, religion has 4 pillars, namely austerity, cleanliness, truthfulness, and mercy. When the 4 pillars are strong, religion life is in good shape. But even if one of these pillars is weak, religion is shaky, just as an injured cow who has a missing leg. 4 ages. Universal time is divided into 4 time spans, or yugas. The Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Satya Yuga. This is the first and most auspicious age. This yoga lasts 1,728,000 years. In this age, all 4 pillars are very strong, and religion is practiced by everyone. People lived very peacefully in this age, and the average lifespan was about 100,000 years. In each of the 4 ages, a different form of spiritual purification was practiced. The people in that age will follow that in order to become a pure devotee of the Lord and go back to Godhead. In Satya Yuga, the method is meditation.
In Treta Yuga, each pillar of religion is reduced gradually by 1/4. Similar to how religion has 4 legs, irreligion also has 4 legs, which are lying, violence, dissatisfaction, and quarrel. These activities diminish religion. Treta Yuga lasts for 1,296,000 years, and people live for at least 10,000 years at the max. The process of purifying oneself in Treta Yuga is by ritual performances such as grand sacrifices.
Dwapar Yuga lasts for 864,000 years. In this age, religious life weakens down furthermore. The qualities of austerity, cleanliness, truthfulness, and mercy are reduced to half by the 4 irreligious activities. The lifespan in this age is only 1,000 years. The process of purifying oneself in this age was elaborate deity worship in temples.
Kali Yuga is the age we are presently in. It spans for 432,000 years. In this age, 3/4 of the religious principles are gone and only rest in the 1/4 that remains. These slowly decrease as Kali Yuga goes on and will soon be destroyed. And in this age, the 4 irreligious activities will become victorious. And at the end of this yuga, Kalki will come and destroy the evil and protect the good. In this age, average lifespan was 100 years old and will also diminish as time goes on. In this age, the method of purification is very simple. Chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Devotees of Krishna follow 4 regulative principles. The reason why they are called regulative is because they regulate or control irreligious activities. Each principle is related to one of the 4 pillars of religion. When followed, that leg will remain strong. The 4 regulative principles are as follows.
No eating of meat, fish, or eggs. No illicit connections outside of marriage.
No intoxication such as alcohol, tobacco, other drugs, and caffeine, and no gambling. In the next presentations, you will hear about the 4 regulative principles.
Thank you, and Hare Krishna. Next up will be no meat eating.
Haribol, my name is Shakti.
Hare Krishna, my name is Shreya.
Hare Krishna, my name is Vishaka. Eating meat is a very common activity today, and most people eat it without a second thought. What they don't realize is eating meat will affect their spiritual life.
The great majority of people think that fish and eggs are not included in the principle of avoiding meat. But fish are also beings who have consciousness and feel pain. Eggs are a very unclean food and are not fit to be offered to the Lord or eaten.
Professionals also say that eating meat is bad for health. One reason is that your small intestines are not made for processing meat. Meat eating destroys the pillar of mercy, which is important for spiritual life. Kindness, forgiveness, pity, and compassion are all aspects of mercy. By consuming meat, no one can develop their spiritual life very far. Also, if you eat meat, you will be killed by the same creatures in your next life.
Eating meat means violence, as you must kill, which is done in painful and unjust ways. As one gets used to killing, they become cold-hearted, merciless, and that act no longer seems cruel.
The Mahabharata states that a person who desires to supplement his own flesh by eating the flesh of other creatures will live in misery in whatever species they take their next birth in. Because of these reasons, meat eating can have a dramatic impact on your spirituality. Next up is no gambling.
Hello, my name is Krishna.
Hello, my name is Augustia.
Hello, my name is Panav.
And we're going to talk about gambling. So what is gambling? Gambling means playing games for a chance of money, the need to gamble dominates a person's life. The gambler loses 3 basic things: time, money, and sense of values. The average teenager begins gambling at the age of 12. The pillar truthfulness is destroyed by gambling. This is quite obvious. Gambling turns a person into a liar, a cheat. Gambling invariably puts one into anxiety and fuels greed, envy, and anger. People actually motivate kids to gamble. There are these jackpot machines, and it's really easy to win them. And then you get a lot of fake play money. When they grow up, kids will think it's also easy, and they will do it too.
Gambling is addicting, and based on what you heard, you should know that it can be very dangerous. It makes you do it again and again. That is very impactful on your family, health, and more.
76% of Texas adults have bet money on an activity in their lifetime. In its first year of operation, the gambling helpline received over 100,000 calls requesting assistance. 70% of past-year gamblers drank alcohol or used other drugs. This is very bad because it makes you use other drugs, which makes you very sinful and intoxicated. As Kali Yuga progresses, more people start to gamble around the world. Now, Augusta is going to tell what the problems of spiritual life in gambling.
Only remember, don't say that.
The chances of winning a jackpot is 1 in many millions. You see how bad it is to gamble? The chances of winning are so low. Doing this affects spiritual life. It puts anxiety in your mind and disturbs you so you cannot So you cannot focus on your spiritual life. Nick?
Who's next? It's over.
Who's next?
Next up is no illicit connections.
So, Hare Krishna, my name is Ritan.
Hare Krishna, my name is Advait.
Hare Krishna, my name is Nusha.
So today we're going to explain the topic of no illicit connections. So what exactly is the definition of no illicit connections? No illicit connections means like when you have illicit connections out of marriage. So the definition basically applies the thing. So this destroys a pillar of cleanliness. So there's an example in the Ajamil story. So who is Ajamil? Ajamil was a very pious Brahmin with 1 wife and 4 children. So he was very pious. So one day he was picking flowers for the Lord. So one day when he was doing this, he saw a really beautiful woman. And then that woman enchanted him and attracted him in a way. So he married that woman. And then that woman taught him many religious things such as meat eating, intoxication, etc. And then he had 10 sons. And then he named every one of them the names of the Lord, and he named the last one Narayana. So he named it Narayana because the name of the Lord. So after that, when he had like a disease, like a poisonous disease, so at the last day of his life, he said Narayana in a very emotional, happy way, and then the Yamadutas couldn't take him away because he said the holy name of the Lord.
Ajamil was a devotee, but he fell down engaging in sense enjoyment. This practice can cause mental and physical diseases. This is a great obstacle in spiritual life. To practice chastity and cleanliness, you need one quality, which is self-control.
Sense gratification leads to a lot of misery. It doesn't give you eternal happiness. Your mind will get disturbed, and your intelligence will get really contaminated and clouded. It leads to unwanted population and degraded society. It unnecessarily binds you to degraded habits. It never will be fulfilled. Illicit relationship causes anger, frustration, sorrow, etc. Bhagavad Gita 2.20 elaborates more on this topic. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, primeval, primeval, and ever existing. He is not slain when the body is slain. It basically means that this body is temporary and it will eventually go away, and the soul is eternal and it will always stay in a material or spiritual body. Next up is no intoxication.
Hare Krishna?
It's on.
Hare Krishna, my name is Pranay.
Hare Krishna, my name is Prachi.
Hare Krishna, my name is Krishna. And today we are going to provide information about why you should not be intoxicated and how if you are intoxicated, it will lead you to fall down in your spiritual life. Intoxication, as everyone knows, is bad for you. When you smoke tobacco, it can possibly lead you to get lung cancer, which leads you to death. Just like intoxication will hold you down in health, it is an obstacle in your spiritual path.
This will hold you down in your spiritual life because you're already intoxicated because of this material world. If you still go on drinking, where is the possibility of knowledge? You must have a sober brain to understand real knowledge that is recited by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita.
What is the use of smoking and drinking tea and coffee? People are already intoxicated by material enjoyment. And if they indulge in further intoxication, what chance is there for self-realization and being Krishna conscious?
Even by common sense, we can understand it requires little cool brain, but that cool brain cannot act without giving intoxication. If your brain is congested always with intoxicants, you cannot think of higher, finer things. That is not possible. Therefore, we as devotees restrict to make the brain clear to understand about Krishna.
The real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform and return to Godhead. That is the summon of spiritual realization. This is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 7.
As Krishna said, the real purpose of human life is to attain the spiritual platform. But something that can slow you down from your spiritual path is you being intoxicated.
Intoxication breaks the pillar of austerity. As Kali Yuga progresses, more people get intoxicated and breaks their chances to be Krishna conscious.
Did you know that drinking tea or coffee on a regular basis is basically intoxicating yourself? These are both forms of intoxication because they contain caffeine. These are very bad because they will get your mind addicted to these.
Intoxication is the act of consuming alcohol, drugs, nicotine, caffeine, tobacco, etc. Intoxication is a great way to slow your spiritual life as a devotee, or might even stop you from being a devotee.
Drugs, alcohol, and tobacco, as well as any drink or food containing caffeine, cloud the mind, overstimulate the senses, and make it impossible to follow the principles of Bhakti Yoga.
Haribol, thank you for listening to our group's presentations.
Hare Krishna, thank you kids for talking about 4 pillars of religion. I think it might be a useful information for all of us. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and what is the next one? No intoxication, right? So this is, kids are reiterating to all of us what to follow and what not to follow. And now we have Lord Narasimha Deva drama. So hope all of you know about Vedic school. So it runs every Sunday from 6 to 7, and the ages are from 3-year-old all the way to high school. So all these kids have been coming regularly for the Vedic school, and for these kids, this is the first time, this is the first year in Vedic Cultural Center, and they learned about Lord Narasimha Deva pastimes, and they wanted to do a drama. So this is the first time they are trying it out. Please encourage the kids, and we'll start with the drama now. Do you want to come? Do I just go up there? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yay.
The great sages Sanaka, Sanantana, Sanandan, and Satakumara, upon reaching Vaikuntha in the spiritual world by the mystic yogic powers, were obstructed passage by the gatekeepers Jaya and Vijaya, because they did not understand their evaluated position. Hence, the four Kumaras cursed them to fall into the material world and take 3 births as demons. In the first birth, Jaya and Vijaya took birth as the 2 twin sons of Kashe Muni and Diti, were named Hiranya-aksha and Hiranyakashipu. Once Hiranya-aksha was causing a haywalk in the universe and submerged the earth into Garbhodoka ocean, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, appeared in the form of boar, retrieved the earth, and put it back into its original place. This, of course, disturbed Hiranya-aksha, so Hiranya-aksha challenged the Lord to combat with him. A wonderful fight took place, and the Lord ultimately struck the demon down and killed him. Scene 1.
My dear Lord, I am so sorry to intrude on your entertainment, but I have terrible news to tell you.
Tell me the news that can't wait till later.
Your brother Harinaksha has been killed in combat.
What? Who? Where? When? Why? Do you know what you're talking about? Do you not? My brother is the most powerful man in the universe, and that he is so powerful that even the demigods fear him. Do you have the right information? Who did he fight with? Who could have the strength to kill my brother?
It was Vishnu, our...
Vishnu!
Yes, Vishnu, our archenemy, who always sides with the useless demigods.
Well, what happened?
Your brother Harinaksha had knocked the earth out of its orbit. Vishnu assumed the form of a boar and retrieved the earth back into its original position. This obviously disturbed Harinaksha and challenged the Lord into combat, Vishnu into combat. And as fate would have it, your brother lost the fight.
Tricks. No. Vishnu won with those tricks of his. In a fair fight, my brother...
Something's wrong.
In a fair brother would have won without a doubt. I shall avenge my brother's death by offering Vishnu blood to him. He was always fond of drinking blood, and then will I be satisfied.
Something's wrong with the mic. I think something's wrong with the mic.
Wait, am I on the... Do I go on stage? Wait, I'll ask. Mata, should I go on the stage?
Where is Indra, Mata? Indra?
I'm ready. Here we go.
So Indra and the demigods have decided to gain the upper hand over Hiranyakashipu, who went to the palace of Hiranyakashipu while he was performing his austerities in the forest.
Oh, what shall I do? My husband has gone away for such a long time now. I've heard from my spies that Indra and his army are coming to attack us, while we have no leader to protect us.
Let's get it back. My dear queen, put your mind at ease, especially as you're pregnant.
Oh no! What is that noise? It looks like Indra is coming.
Don't worry.
I fear greatly for my child.
Oh, don't worry. We'll come out the back. They'll never catch us. How dare you speak like that to the queen?
No! Help! Help!
Narayan. My dear demigods, what are you doing with this lady?
This lady is the wife of Hiranyakashipu.
and within her womb, she's carrying an evil demon who'll be even more worse than his own father. So, we're taking her, and when she gives birth to this child, we'll kill him at once.
No, my dear demigods, you are greatly mistaken. Within this lady is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. His name is Prahlada Maharaja, and if you try to kill him, you cannot.
We are so sorry for disturbing you. We will leave at once.
Please come to my ashram. There you will be much safer.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, in the valley of Mandar Hill, Hiranyakashipu was Meanwhile, in the valley of Mandar Hill, Hiranyakashipu began to perform his austerities by standing on the tip of his toes, keeping his arms stretched upwards. Because he stood there for so long, ants had built an anthill on top of him. Lord Brahma approached Hiranyakashipu, being pleased with his intense austerities.
Dear son of Kashyapa Muni, please get up. Now you're perfect at your austerities. Ask me any boon and I'll try to fulfill.
O Lord Brahma, since you are the creator of the universe, grant me the boon that I shall never die.
No, I cannot grant you the boon of immortality because even I am not immortal. It might seem that I never die, but after my time of governing this universe is over, I shall meet death.
Then grant me that I will not die in the day or night.
Yes.
Grant me that I will not die by any of the living beings you have created.
Yes.
Grant me that I will not die in the air, on land, or in the sea.
Yes.
Grant me that I will not die during the day or night.
Yes.
Grant me that I will not die by any weapon.
Yes.
Grant me power over all living beings.
Yes.
Give me fame and fortune. Give me all the mystic powers. Give me all this, Lord Brahma.
Yes. Is that all?
Yes.
Then so shall it be.
Yes! Now I'm immortal! Now all of you, bow down to me, Hiranyakashipu, and the supreme God of this universe. The mic.
Why not give him a normal microphone?
You need time, Mother. You should dress up again. You can say your dialogue. Take your time.
Scene 4.
Did you hear what happened to Hiranyakashipu? Yes. Now this Hiranyakashipu is even more powerful than before. We're completely helpless against his invincible power. All weapons will be no use against his might. Even my mighty thunderbolt is no use against him. I fear greatly that he may come and take over all my kingdom.
Hey, where is Hiranya? Where is Hiranya? But are there enough dialogues before that? Just no, they are not trained on that.
Well, if you hand over your kingdom now, you shall be left in peace.
What? Hiranyakashipu, you're back so soon?
Yeah, you didn't expect me to meditate forever. Now get down from that throne. Since I'm the supreme controller, I think it's rightful for me
to sit on that throne and rule my subjects. So get down from there. Now where do you two think you're going? Come back here. Now bow down to me. Lower, you wretch. You too, Indra. Good. Now come over here and declare me the king of heaven.
I hereby declare Hiranyakashipu the king of heavens. Any objections? Good.
Now listen up, all you human beings. Gandharvas, Siddhas, Charnas, so-called saints, Manus, Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhutas, ghosts and demons. From this day forward, I rule this universe. So I think I'll make my own rules. There shall be no worship of Krishna and no Vedic culture henceforth. And no offerings will be offered to Vishnu. If anybody disobeys these rules, they shall mate with my sword.
Narayana, Narayana, Jai Hiranyakashipu.
Oh, welcome, Narada Muni. Ah, my wife. Oh, who's this boy?
He is your dear son Prahlada.
Oh, Prahlada. Ah, my son Prahlada. I thank you, Narada. Come here, dear father. Now, come, stand next to the throne, which you will soon enough inherit. You will get all my power, riches, my entire universal kingdom. For this to happen, we need to set you up with the rightful education. I shall call upon the sons of my guru, Shukracharya, Amarka and Sunda. They'll be good enough for you. Call Amarka and Sunda.
What service can I be to you?
Ah, well, welcome, Sunda. Since you're the son of my guru, I think it's quite suited that you teach my son Prahlada the art of diplomacy.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Well, off to school you go, Prahlada.
After spending some time in school, Hiranyakashipu met with Prahlada.
Ah, Prahlada, come, stand next to me. Now, what have you learned in school?
One should not make a mistake by thinking this body should last forever, but understanding its temporary nature and its real purpose, which is to practice Krishna consciousness and take shelter from Krishna by serving him in pure devotion.
What is this nonsense? You two teachers, come here now. This child's intelligence has been spoiled by the words of the enemy. Teach him the materialistic knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Now, Prahlada, come here. Good boy. Now, don't you realize you nearly cost our lives by uttering those very words? Where could you have gotten those wild ideas from? Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness. Our enemies have been trying hard to convert you, but they won't succeed. Don't worry, we're real friends.
How can you speak of enemy and friend when all of this is external? Krishna consciousness is the reality of life, and hence Krishna is really your true friend.
What? How dare you say that, Prahlad? I shall beat this Krishna out of your head. All right, boys, let's start school again. Now, I'll ask you some questions and answer them correctly. Mahmuda, what is the goal of life?
To have lots of sense gratification.
Good. And Tamaguna, what development is the best?
The development of economy.
Good, good. Now we seem to be moving somewhere. Mahmuda, your turn again. What should one acquire?
To have lots and lots of money.
Good. And Rajguna, what do you do if someone comes in the way of your enjoyment?
You kill them.
Good. Good. Prahlad, you must have learned lots by now. Let's take a break before we see your father.
My dear demonic friends, do not waste your human form of life playing around all day. You should engage in serving Krishna. This human form of life is very rare.
But we're 5 years old, Prahlada.
Yes, but we should start at an early age. Otherwise, most of our life will be wasted on sense gratification. The human body is most rarely achieved, and although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Every human being has a maximum duration of life of 100 years, but for one who cannot control his senses, half those years are completely lost because at night he sleeps 12 hours being covered by ignorance. Therefore, such a person has a lifetime of only 50 years. In the age of childhood, when everyone is bewildered, one passes 10 years. Similarly, engaged in sporting and playing, one passes another 10 years. In this way, 20 years are wasted. Similarly, in old age, when one is invalid, one passes another 20 years wastefully. One whose mind and senses are uncontrolled becomes increasingly attached to family life because of their lusty desires and strong illusion. In such a madman's life, the remaining years are also wasted because even during those years he cannot engage himself in devotional service. My dear friends, you cannot please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by becoming perfect Brahmanas or becoming perfectly good in learning. None of these qualifications can awaken the Lord, nor by charity, austerity, sacrifice, or vows can one satisfy the Lord. The Lord is pleased only if one has unflinching, unloyal devotion to Him. Without sincere devotional service, everything is simply just a show. Now let us perform devotional service by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Well, this is gonna.
Embarrassed enough with the crown and all.
Prahlada, my son,
Come, stand here next to your father. Now, what is the best knowledge you have learned in school?
Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. Hearing and chanting about Vishnu. Remembering Vishnu. Serving Vishnu's lotus feet. Offering prayers to Vishnu. Worshipping Vishnu. Becoming Vishnu's servant. Becoming Vishnu's best friend. And surrendering all to Vishnu. These are the 9 processes of devotional service. One who follows any of these is said to have the best knowledge.
You so-called unqualified teachers, come here now! You have disobeyed my order and taught this boy about devotional service. I shall chastise you for this.
Whatever your son Prahlad has learned has not been taught by us. Give up your anger and give up your anger.
You rascal Prahlad, most fallen of our family. If you did not learn this from our teachers, then where could you get such rubbish from?
Because of your uncontrolled senses and materialistic way of life, your love for Krishna will never be aroused. Only if you surrender to Krishna, then you will be able to understand.
Me? Uncontrolled? Me? Surrender to Krishna? I will never do that! Everyone surrenders to me! You always talk about this Krishna. Well, let's see how he saves you from the jaws of death. Guards, kill this boy at once!
The demonic followers Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlada by various means, but they were very unsuccessful.
What is this nonsense? Not affected by fire, wind, rain, hockey, snakes, and elephants! It can't be true! Bring him here! So, Prahlada, I see. Yes, you have some powers. How would you like to have lunch with your father? Guard, bring us some food and lots of poison. Enough poison to kill hundreds of men. Here, Prahlada, eat.
First I must offer to Krishna, then only I can partake of his remnants.
Forget about this, Krishna. Eat! Just eat! It can't be true! It can't be true! Not even affected by poison! I put enough poison in there to kill hundreds of men! Despite all my endeavors to kill him, he cannot be killed! Even though he's a mere child, he is completely fearless and never forgets his Krishna! Where is this source of power that a rascal like you has become so impugned that you seem immortal?
Because of your... My dear demonic father, my source of power is the same as yours, Lord Krishna. Now give up your demonic mentality and accept Krishna as your master.
You're always talking about this Krishna being superior to me. Well, where is he? Because I want to see him.
Everywhere, Father.
Is he here? Is he here? Is he here?
Yes, Father.
Is he in that pillar?
Yes, Father.
And I shall see him.
Out from the pillar burst Out from the pillar burst Lord Narasimha Deva, the half lion and the half... He doesn't have any.
My dear Lord, you are so unlimited and possess unlimited powers. You are so kind towards your devotee that you killed this demon despite all the benedictions I gave him. You did not violate any of them. He was killed in neither day or night, but at twilight. He was killed by neither a man, a beast, or a demigod, but by a half man and half lion. He was killed in neither the sky, sea, or land, but on the door, on your lap. He was killed in inside or outside of any place, but in the doorway. And you kept all the boons intact.
Yeah.
हिरण्यकशिपो अनुभृङ्गा केशवद्वीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नवकर कमलवरे
Hare Krishna. So all these kids have been coming to the temple for the first time. This is the first year they have been coming, and they took so much interest in doing this. I would also like to call Vishaka Mataji. Mataji, please come on stage. So this is the first year for Vishaka Mataji too. She spent a lot of time editing the scripts and making the music. And we had help from Radhanand Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. And also I'd like to make another announcement. In case if your child is not enrolled in Vedic school, please consider enrolling your children for Vedic school. Even when they are 3 years old, you can start enrolling them. We are going to teach these amazing dramas and dramas from the scriptures. So please consider enrolling the kids in Vedic school. So we'll call out the names. Anushna as narrator. Suruchi as Kayadu. Shambhavi as Narada Muni. Vedant as student Mahamuda. Vidula as student Rajaguna. Srinidhi as demigod and god. Mugdha as Lord Indra. Tanishka as Lord Brahma. Anushka as God and Sanda. Dev as Lord Narsinghadev. Om as Prahlad. Anushman as Hiranyakashipu. Thank you, everyone.